A very good morning, dear students. Welcome to e-learning classes of Sacred Hearts. So, dear students, as we all know that your T1 is approaching. So, from today onwards, we are going to start the revision of the chapters that are coming in the T1. So, dear student, let us start today from the very first chapter, that is nature and purpose of business. So if we talk about nature and business, purpose of business, so you will see that whole chapter is divided into two sections, section 1 and section 2. So in the very first section, initially we will discuss the first section, that is the history of trade and commerce. That is something about the history part of India, about the trade and commerce. So in this, initially we will discuss about the different types of routes over here, silk route and the spice route. Silk route was the route through which the silk was imported and exported in the India, and spice route through which the spice of our country exported to different countries. See the very first topic, that is the indigenous banking system. The very first topic is that the development of the indigenous banking system, in which the metal coin as a medium of exchange were working over there at the times. Hundis and chitti were used for buying and selling on credit. That means if we were selling initially, it is all about initially. If we were initially selling the goods on the credit or buying the goods on credit, then hundis and chittis were used for that. Thereafter, Seth emerged as the bankers. Initially, nowadays the banks are there. Banks are here, commercial banks, the financial institutions are here. But initially, if we talk about, so Seths were emerged as the bankers. जो सेठ थे वो किसकी तरह फॉर्म इमर्ज हुए बेटा, बैंकर्स के फॉर्म में. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट देखिए, एग्रीकल्चर एंड डोमेस्टिकेशन ऑफ एनिमल्स हेल्प इन द सरप्लस जनरेशन, सेविंग एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट. जो लोगों ने एग्रीकल्चर करना स्टार्ट किया, डोमेस्टिकेशन ऑफ एनिमल को करना स्टार्ट किया, तो उसका रिजल्ट क्या हुआ कि सरप्लस इनकम जनरेट हुई, देयर आफ्टर सेविंग एंड द इन्वेस्टमेंट. Next, rise of intermediaries. Who are intermediaries? Who are in mid between are known as the intermediaries. Institutions of Jagat Seth emerged over there at the time of the Mughal time period. Thereafter, create transactions. What is it? Create transaction. That is beta credit transaction. That means credit transaction also started over there at the time through the loans and through the other agreements. Thereafter, commercial and industrial banks, and later on the commercial and industrial banks emerged. Now also the commercial and industrial banks are working. Next, that is a transport. The mode of transport famous or used at that time was the land transport, generally used for the domestic trade, and the waterway transport used for the international trade. Thereafter, next topic, that is the major trade centers. Different major trade centers were there. I'm just discussing some of the one. Patliputra, generally used for the export of stones. Peshawar, export of wool and import of horses. Takshila, the city of financial and commercial banks. That means a lot of indigenous intermediaries or the banks were there. Indraprastha, junction on the Royal Road. That means the road that is joining the north to south, south to east, and east to west. Thereafter, Varanasi, the gold, from where the gold, silk cloth, and the sandalwood traded, etc. So these are some of the major trading centers. Thereafter, a lot of there, such as Mithila, Ujjain, Surat, Kanchi, Madura. Now the next topic, that is the major export and imports of India. Now if we were that much flourished, so what type of goods we used to import and what type of goods we used to export? So see, our major exports are spices, wheat, sugar, indigo, cotton, animals एंड एनिमल प्रोडक्ट्स एक्सेट्रा. इसके अलावा भी और बहुत सारी चीज़ें थी बेटा जो हम लोग क्या करते थे, एक्सपोर्ट करते थे. फॉर एग्जांपल द एनिमल प्रोडक्ट्स, spines, fur, horns, shells, pearls, etc. Thereafter, if we talk about the imports, so imports are horses, Chinese silk we used to import, flax, linen, wine, gold, and glass, etc. we used to import from rest of the world. Now the last topic in this, that is the Make in India. Make in India is launched by the गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ऑन 25th September 2014. कब लॉन्च हुआ बेटा? 25th September 2014. वाई? टू एनकरेज national as well as multinational companies to manufacture their product in India. It was a invitation to the rest of the world companies that come India and have the production over here, and it was a invitation to the domestic companies as well. Don't leave the country and do the production in the country as well. मेजर ऑब्जेक्टिव वॉज जॉब क्रिएशन एंड स्किल एनहेंसमेंट. जो मेजर ऑब्जेक्टिव था वो था जॉब क्रिएशन और स्किल का एनहेंसमेंट करना. Now we will come to the section second, in which very first topic, that is the type of human activities. We all know that the human activities are divided into two parts, economic and non-economic activity. So what is the economic activity beta? Any of the economic activity which is executed with the objective of earning money is known as economic activity. You can see the example here. A doctor is there that is curing patient, and in the second image you can see farmer is there doing the farming activity. Thereafter, there are some types of the economic activities. Economic activity divided into three parts: business, employment and profession. Initially we will discuss about what is a business. It refers to all those activities which are connected with the production, purchase, sale or distribution of goods and services with the main motive of earning profit. वो सारी एक्टिविटीज़ जिनमें जो प्रोडक्शन से, परचेज से, सेल्स और डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन से एसोसिएटेड होती हैं, एंड द मेन मोटिव इज अर्निंग प्रॉफिट, विल कम अंडर द कैटेगरी ऑफ द बिजनेस. Thereafter, profession. What is profession? It refers to the activities which require special knowledge and skill to be applied by an individual. ऐसी particular activities जिसको execute करने के लिए special skill की requirement होती है, that is known as profession. For example, doctor. For example, lawyer. For example, a lecturer. Thereafter, the next one, employment. Activity in which an individual works regularly for the another person and get remunerated in return. और employment क्या है? एक ऐसी एक्टिविटी जिसमें एक पर्टिकुलर पर्सन दूसरे पर्टिकुलर पर्सन के लिए वर्क करता है, एंड इन रिटर्न उसको क्या मिलता है? रेमुनरेशन. रेमुनरेशन इज द फाइनेंशियल रिटर्न दैट इज गिवन टू द एम्प्लॉयज. Thereafter, differences here between the business, profession and employment. A lot of points are there. The first one is the commencement. So business may commence just after having the decision by the entrepreneur. Profession may commence after the completion of the degree, and employment may commence after joining of the ड्यूटी. thereafter qualification. तो बिजनेस के लिए किसी भी मिनिमम क्वालिफिकेशन की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. प्रोफेशन के लिए प्रिस्क्राइब्ड क्वालिफिकेशन की रिक्वायरमेंट है, एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट की जो क्वालिफिकेशन है, इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द नेचर ऑफ जॉब. नेक्स्ट, दैट इज द इन्वेस्टमेंट. In business, capital investment is required as per the scale of the business. In profession, a very limited amount of investment is required for acquiring that degree. And in the employment, no amount of capital or the investment is required. Thereafter, risk. In business, there is always risk and uncertainty. In profession, there is a small amount of risk, and in the employment, there is no risk. Next, we are coming, that is the transfer of interest. So in the business, transfer of interest is possible with some formalities. आप अपना business transfer कर सकते हैं किसी particular person को, but in profession you cannot pass on your degree to someone else. So यहाँ पे interest pass on नहीं हो सकता, and the same thing in the employment as well. Now coming to topic, that is a non-economic activity. All those activities which are executed with the main motive of getting psychological satisfaction come under the category of non-economic activity. You can see over here, a mother is cooking food for her daughter, and a particular girl is helping a old woman for crossing of the road. So all these activities are done with the motive of psychological satisfaction, not for earning the profit or money. Now, the concept and the characteristics of business. What are the different characteristics of business? So you will find a lot of characteristics are here. The very first, that is an economic activity. That means the main motive is to earn money. Second, that is production or procurement of goods and services. Production, that means converting the form of good. Procurement, that means arranging the goods. That means जब हम लोग goods को purchase कर लेते हैं for the purpose of selling, तो उसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Procurement of goods and services बोलते हैं. Next, sale or exchange. That means sales and exchange of goods and services so that the human needs can be satisfied. What is the main motive? Main motive is to earn profit, but how the profit can be earned? Only when the needs of the human being is satisfied, then only the good will be purchased, and then only the profit can be there. Next, dealing on a regular basis. That means once you have sold the good and then you are not selling the goods for the months and months, that will not considered as a business. What will be the business? The one of the most important characteristic of business is this, that there must be the regular dealing in the selling and selling of the goods. Thereafter, the earning profit, that is the main motive. Any of the business is established for this of the core primary objective, that is the earning profit. Thereafter, uncertainty of return and risk. There is no guarantee that how much return you will get. There are some chances that you will get the higher return. There are the same chances that you will get the लॉस एज वेल. तो यहाँ पे क्या है बेटा, हमेशा बिजनेस में अनसर्टिनिटी होती है, रिस्क होता है. अनसर्टिनिटी दैट मीन्स प्रॉफिट हो भी सकता है और नहीं भी हो सकता है, लॉस भी हो सकता है साथ में. ठीक है. So this is about the uncertainty or the risk. This is all about the characteristics of business. Thereafter we are coming to the next topic, that is the objectives of business. So there are multiple objectives of business. The very first one, that is the economic objective. What are the economic objective? All those objectives which are most important and core objective of the business are known as the economic objectives. The very first is the survival. That means the existence of business for a certain period of time. Thereafter, when the business survive in the market, thereafter the second objective comes, that is the expectation of profit, and the business must earn some profit. And when there is some time after the profit, the particular organization or the company expects for the growth and expansion of the particular organization. So these are the economic objectives. Thereafter, after the social objectives, that means the objective that are associated with the society. The first, supply of desired quality goods. That means the goods that are provided to the consumer, that are provided to the society people, must be of up to the mark and of good quality. Avoidance of unfair trade practices. Any of the activity such as black marketing, adulteration, hoarding, overcharging, है ना, लेस वेटिंग, ये सब एक्टिविटीज़ क्या होनी चाहिए, अवॉइड होनी चाहिए. इन एक्टिविटीज़ को अडॉप्ट नहीं करना चाहिए. नेक्स्ट, एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन. एम्प्लॉयमेंट, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट इज़ अ major problem for every society, and especially for our country. We are facing a lot of human resource getting wasted because the sufficient amount of employment opportunities are not there. So generation of employment opportunities as well. Thereafter, the next objective in the social objective, that is the social service. For example, doing any of the activity that will uplift the quality and the standard of living of the people living in the society. Thereafter, the last one, that is the avoidance of pollution, because pollution is something that is creating the problem for everyone. Thereafter, the human objectives will be there. The first one, that is providing the human objectives are also known as the personal objective, that are directly associated with the workers over there who are working. So the very first, that is providing the good and appropriate working conditions must be there. Competitive salary must be provided to the employees. There must be the proper chances of personal growth and development of the employees. And the last one, that is the peer recognition, that is the respect and knowing the particular employees working with you, and the employees of the organization must recognize you, must know you. This is the peer recognition. Now the next topic, that is role of profit in the business. We have here that the profit is the main motive. So what is the role of profit? The first one, that is the survival. That means until and unless a business is not earning the profit, it cannot survive in the market. Second one, that is the expansion and growth. So until and unless we are not having the sufficient amount of profit, the growth and expansion cannot be executed. So with the help of profit and with the saving of that particular amount of profit, the growth and expansion can be executed. Next, symbol of efficiency. As for you people, the result, the report card, is the symbol that how much you have read throughout the year. In the same way, the very single digit, that means the profit only can be the criteria whether the business is managed properly or not. If the profit is high, so business is managed efficiently, and if the profit is low or there is loss, so that means there is no efficiency in the management of the business. Thereafter, the fourth one, reward for bearing risk. Profit cannot be executed, cannot be achieved until and unless you are not taking the risk. If you will take risk, then only you will get the profit. So it is a pre-requirement that for having the profit you have to take the risk, and in after taking the risk there are some probability that you will get the profit. And the last one, helps to gain the reputation. A particular organization who is having a high amount of profit regularly, obviously its name will be converted into the good name in the market, and the reputation of the particular business firm will be the high one. And as a result, every of the party, if we talk about suppliers, if we talk about employees, if we talk about investors, if we talk about consumers, everyone will have the higher amount of faith in that particular company. So this is all about the video 1 of chapter number 1, that is the nature and purpose of business. So the left out part, that is about the classification of business activities into trade and commerce, and thereafter risk, that we are going to discuss in the video 2. This is all about today. God bless you all.